All right. I think I got her set up all right in a decent way. So what I'm gonna do now is lay out the tent. Tarp first, obviously. So as you can see, I got the ground all evened out, packed down again with leaves, a little bit of pine needles and such. Let's do it. All right, well, I was just recording with my phone, but it died. And for some reason, after about 4 minutes, this camera decided to stop recording as well. So I just went through a whole spiel about, you know, making this guy here, talking about how it doesn't need to be perfect because it's just for this ground tarp. So you cut that there, you poke this in. This isn't crucial because it's just for a ground tarp. But I mean, as you can see, that thing isn't going anywhere really, even though this is all duff. So I gotta window this one down. Whittle. I keep using the wrong freaking word for that. So I gotta whittle that one down for there. That corner, and then I'll lay out the tent. Once I'm done laying out the tent, actually I could show you that, but I have to figure out a good place to put you. I really wish this screen was a little more sensitive to the touch. It's supposed to quick change screen. It's not even working. I got the voice activated stuff going and it's not turning around. Come on. Two finger switch. It's not 2-finger switching. There we go. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without you falling. That seems to work okay. A little crooked, there we go. Can't really see everything. Still can't. Come on, stick. Stay where I put you. Sounds like something's walking around in there. Probably just a turkey or something. Alright, well, trying to get you guys situated here so you're not crooked or anything. I don't know how much of this footage I'll use, but I want you guys to be able to see everything, and it's not being very cooperative. I mean, you can kind of see what's going on, right? So, got this centered, and I go stake down that corner. Ah, you're a bad angle. You're a bad angle, yes you are. Alright, so that was stupid. That works a little better. Yeah, we'll use that angle. As long as the camera stays where it's at, we're good. Alright, so I gotta whittle down that stick. I gotta find 2 more. Get those 2 corners in. Once I get those 2 corners in, I'm gonna put this tent out. Hopefully it doesn't stop recording while I'm doing this. Alright, so I put my knife somewhere. Where did I put my knife? Oh, I put my knife over there, I think, because I got distracted by the camera dying and I don't know what time it is because I have a dead phone. Dead phone. I have to hurry. I'm gonna have to do some wood cutting tonight where I'm gonna have to do some wood cutting tonight in the dark, unfortunately. I may or may not just pick up some firewood from the gas station, which I'll probably do. A lot of the stuff around here is wet. It's been raining the past couple of days off and, or you know, past week off and on pretty good, so whatever. I'm gonna get 2 more steaks and I'll be right back. So this is what I was talking about too when the cameras went out on me. I was talking about the rose cut. It's a pretty sweet cut. It's like you know, when you don't want to like sit and hack at something, you just take and you cut in as you turn the stick. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna weaken it at that point where you cut in, and you're going around, and it's doing 2 things, right? It's creating a steak out of the previous, or you know, out of the part where you're holding it, and then when you snap it, it's supposed to somewhat resemble a rose, you know, the part that you cut into, and then this part here usually ends up a nice point. So when you do that, you're opening up the possibility of, now this is going to be a good steak, or I can use this top since it's cut on top, it's not going to mushroom out when you're hitting it. So I could do that too. And then, so I'll use this. I have to get this one a little skinnier, so I'll skinny that one up, put that over there. This one here, I'm actually going to rose it the other way, so that way I have my point here, and then that's going to be the steak for that. I prefer to use a piece that has something sticking out on the end, like I did on this first one, just so it doesn't have a chance to lift. But you know, whatever, it's not that crucial, you know. It's just, I keep saying that, but it's not. It's just a peg. It's not a shelter peg. Around here you need to use foot or longer shelter pegs because it's really duffy and soft. A lot of needles. Coniferous forests don't have very solid ground because the needles are constantly falling. Needles, leaves, you know, whatever. It just happens here, you know. So I got that ready. I'm gonna have to skinny this up a little, peel it like a cucumber, carrot, whatever. The other thing I was talking about before my cameras gave out on me was, you know, camping equipment. It's not cheap, you know. Unless you're building natural shelters all the time, this stuff isn't cheap, you know. Not sponsored, new channel, not sponsored by anything yet, but you know, buck knife. I normally wouldn't spend more than 50-60 bucks on a knife, but it's one of those things you really do get what you pay for, right? So why not spend a little bit extra money on something that's gonna last? You know, I've hardly cleaned this thing. There's not a speck of rust on it. I sharpen it, you know, make sure it stays sharp. Same with my axe. My axe, you know, was sitting in its sheath or mask. Whoever you are, what area of the country you're from, you can call it different things. Technically it's a mask, but and then I got a low battery here, so I don't have much else to say because I left my other battery in the car. But yeah, I'll have to get back to you guys in the morning because I don't have time to go to the car, come back, and you know, all that stuff. So unfortunately you're gonna miss out on me setting this stuff up. Maybe tomorrow, if I have time, I'll tear down and reset up just to kind of show you guys. But you'll see the aftermath regardless of my setup in the morning. Possibly even tonight when I come in. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see at night because it'll be dark. I don't know how well I just got this camera, so I don't know how well this camera is gonna do in the dark yet. But with a light, who cares, right? Yeah, before this dies, I'm gonna say goodnight, and I will see you later. I know I said I wasn't going to show you guys. I got 1% battery left, but so I got this set up. This is from there. And then inside here, this is that double layer I was talking about. So before this battery dies, to just show you. So this part will go over here and be cocooned within a shelter. I shouldn't get cold tonight. You know, underneath this shelter right now already, it is pretty decent. You know, it's out of the wind. No, no other concerns. So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave all this stuff here because it's gonna, if it rains, it'll be protected. Yeah, and then I'm gonna close up this tent, and then see you when we get back. Ha. Now my battery says 15%, even though the last video it said 1%. So I'm gonna get a distance shot here. This is what we're looking at. I'm gonna get one little circle around here and then I gotta go. But I mean, look at that. That, my friends, is a shelter. I've tried several different variations with this tarp. It's a 15 foot by 15 foot by 10 foot, I believe it is. And yeah, I mean, the options with this tarp are just, you can't go wrong with it. And it's what the heck is the name brand of it? It's Aqua something. I have had this tarp for quite a while. I love it. It's an amazing tarp. I've only had one actual issue with it. So first of all, when it got sent to me, there was a couple defects in the seams, but the one problem I had, and where is it? Oh, it's right here. I had it tied to a tree, right? Trying to keep the top of it away from my tenting in at the poison ivy spot, and the wind did this to it. I thought about you know, complaining and returning it, but you know, that's the only thing wrong with it, and I can sew that up. You know, it's not going to be that big of an issue. You know, a couple of the seams, they didn't get taped the best, but they work, right? Like, there's no it doesn't leak. Like, when it's raining, you don't get rained on, type of thing. So I'm not really worried about it. It's not worth the headache of, you know, sending it back or be like, oh, you guys gave me crappy product, you know. That would just be stupid. Just like me wearing a jacket without actually wearing the jacket. So, but yeah. We'll see how much of this battery reaches to the car. My guess is that, see, look at this animal trail right here. I'm assuming it's an animal trail because there's droppings all over. Like, bam, there's some droppings right there. And like, not even a step away, some more. Look at that. So it'll be cool. I highly doubt that I'll run into any wildlife while I'm out here. Here's another pile. This is like Deer Central out here. I really need to get some scouting done. Because, oh yeah, I should show that too. Like, look at this. You can't see that thing. You know, when I did the blizzard camping, I used an orange tent. It wasn't the same tent, but it's like kind of a one-person tent. I don't know how well you can see that in there, but you could just barely see that sucker. So it's very well hidden. Obviously, camouflage does its job. This camera went from 15% to now I'm at 1% again. So I'm just gonna keep rambling until it cuts out, and then I'll just edit it from there, I guess. So I got me a fire started here, and it's like 1:30ish or something like that. It took me a little doing to get this fire started because the wood was still pretty damp. You know, like I said earlier, it's been raining pretty decent here the past week or so. But even then, you know, you still gotta make sure you're getting all of the leaves and duff and stuff out of the way. You know, it's dark out, so I didn't want to film me getting the fire started, because that's pretty stupid to see at night when it's dark. But yeah, maybe next time I will, just to see what it's like on video. But yeah, this fire is roaring pretty good now, and I think it's about time for me to start switching up and getting in my PJs, get all my bed gear set up. Once I'm done with that, I got a few more pieces of wood next to the fire over here. You probably can't really see it right now, but whatevs. And come back out here, put those last 3 or 4 pieces back on the fire, wait for the flames to die down pretty decent, and then I'll be going to bed. And then I will catch you all in the morning. Well, good morning. It was kind of a rough sleep, but not too bad. I think what is it, 8:45 now? I think I woke up maybe not bad, maybe 3 times. 3-4 times. Having to toss around a little bit just to get re-comfortable and whatnot. It wasn't a solid sleep, mind you, but whatever. I survived, right? So let me get you a better view now. I'm taking pictures of myself, apparently. So my feet touch there. And again, these legs at a 90. You could, I mean, if you really, really wanted to fit 2 people, I mean, you could see how much room I have on my sides, but this is perfect for 1 person. Especially going, if you want all your gear to stay in your tent and you're minimalizing it. Excuse me. But that's alright. It makes it fun.